Bam, we're live.
Hey, hi everyone. It's a beautiful, pretty nice day in Ohio, isn't it?
For February, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today, Patrick?
We're talking about how right when you're ready to go live, your shit don't work.
Oh, could we ever get through one of these without there being an issue?
So, if anybody's ever had one of these things.
But everybody that we watch, they always seem, anybody that we watch that does this live, they go through the same shit that we go through.
So we'll just make it a lesson. Trying to be fancy using a gimbal and my phone. We got new webcams to make it easier to go live just a few weeks ago.
We don't like them as much.
And they suck. So don't waste money on a webcam. If you think, how do our cameras look?
I think our cameras look good. I think it looks better than last week.
So we're using
we're using our phone so we can show people that you can use your phone to do this stuff. Actually, I'm using the continuity camera.
If you can see behind me, this is our studio. Can't really see what's going on, but like right there, that is, that's backwards. That little stand there is a phone stand. So when we do our podcasts, we actually just use our phone because it's easier and accessible, and we have access to a professional videographer that lives in our house. But not everybody does that. So we make sure that we show how to do it. It's how we do it because it's how you should do it. So kind of off topic.
It may drive Blake crazy.
Yeah. But this looks way better at the table because of all the white table and the bright light. It looks like doesn't look very good yet, but there's my thumbs up again. I don't know why that does that.
It's all right.
Weird.
So
Q&A with P&A.
Well, this week's Pillar 3.
I don't think your Yeti is working.
You don't?
No, you sound like you're coming through the computer.
Huh.
Select your audio and under your settings.
Under my settings. Switched.
Was it not on Yeti?
It wasn't. Can you hear it now?
Oh, yeah. Way better.
Okay. Yeah. I had originally set it.
Your camera looks like crap now.
What?
Your camera looks like crap now.
It does not. What do you mean my camera looks like crap?
Well, crap would be not very good. You're not very clear.
I think I am.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's clear.
Point to your camera. Did you change your camera when you changed the Yeti? Are you on? Point to your phone.
It's on my phone.
Okay. It kind of just cleared up a little bit.
Yeah. Hold on. And
internet connection.
How about now?
Was it not on?
No, it was on it.
It's better now. It was just it must have just been the internet. So.
All right. Technical difficulties.
Obviously, you're not interested in that, but this is the way you market. You get your face out there and you talk to people and you show them you're not professional. You do what you do. So, what are we talking about today? A? Q&A with P&A. You're A.
We are talking about, of course, most people don't realize, Pillar 3. We have pillars in our whole marketing process. And of those 3 pillars last week, what we talked about, number 2, the interaction and automation, or nurturing. And this week we were going to talk about the acceleration, or was it acceleration, or you had some other word, didn't you?
Acceleration.
Yeah. Because that goes along with the car.
Right. So.
And acceleration is just using free and paid traffic to get more people in front of you.
So for people that don't know us, we build marketing machines. These office hours live Q&As are so we can help anybody build their own marketing machine, make their own websites better. Whether you buy from us or not, we're just trying to help. So we do this because if you do like it and you need something more, you probably reach out to us. So that's something that you can learn as well.
And
But
just a note, you guys, anybody who's watching this, we use it. We use everything that we are talking about. We do it, and we use our marketing machine. We call her Justine, but we use it. And I think that's really important.
So what we did is this morning, Angie and I bickered and argued and got pissed, and we figured out a way to simplify our pillars because we're trying to explain this to people that aren't marketers. We've been doing marketing for 25 years. So we use words to each other that we just know what they mean. And we know that a lot of people that are business owners don't, because you're running your business, not trying to be a marketer. Although we do run into people that are business owners that try to do our job and fail.
Yeah.
But we simplified our marketing pillars because we want you to understand, the first thing you need is you need lead generation. You need attraction. You need to attract leads. And to do that, you need a website or a funnel or a landing page, whatever you call it, a microsite.
Something that's your own.
Yeah.
Has your own domain.
Once you get that, not before, then you add automation and communication. That's our second pillar. You got to actually be able to convert the leads that you get. We do it using automation, interaction. What are the other words we use to talk about that? Nurturing. So once somebody comes in, you got to be able to communicate with them, to warm them up, to get them to understand you. And then you have the machine. That is the two main parts. You got to have a way to collect leads, and then you have a way to communicate and sell those leads.
And nurture them, talk to them. Just talk to them and interact with them.
Let them get to know you. One of my pet peeves is these websites that don't have a person attached. In small town America, medium town, any neighborhood, Main Street, USA, 99% of the companies we deal with, we just got a national brand, but that's not them. People are buying from people. You're not buying from, you're buying from Joe's Roofing. You're not buying from International Roofing. Whatever the name is, you still have to know who owns that. And all these companies come up with all these generic, which a lot of them are lead gen. They're not real companies. They're just selling leads, but you got to let people know who you are, what you do.
And I think, and I try to reiterate this all the time with our clients, and and even if you're not our client, put yourself on that website or that funnel or whatever. Get your picture on there. As much as you hate it, do it. Put yourself on there so people see you, because I know that so many service people out there, I'm sure people, if they go to your website and they see all this information and they don't see a picture of you, it's just kind of like, it's kind of like reviews. If you don't have any reviews, people don't know who you are. If you don't put your face out there in your social media and on your website, people aren't going to know who you are. And it's so nice. Yes. Like we did with Kip. It's so nice for people to see who it is behind the website and behind the information that's being put out there. We all know how much, there are so many fake sites and fake people out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out. If that's going to help you get an extra client a month, why not do it?
So understand this, his name, is a brand name. He's trying to go big. He's got big dreams, but innovative, seamless gutters. People understand what that means, but for him, it wouldn't mean anything if he didn't have who he is. He's got his name. He talks about being first responder and owned and operated. He's got his why, his core values. He is telling people who he is. That connects with a lot of people that want to know who they're buying from.
Yeah.
They do just want gutters, but they don't necessarily want gutters from some cold, invisible company, corporate.
And you guys, if you want local, everybody tells me when I'm selling and I'm talking to people, oh, I want to attract the local market. Then put your face out there. It's like the best feeling in the world. Like when Pat and I go out, when someone comes up to us and says, hey, I saw you, I saw that post you had, or I saw that ad and I saw you guys. And it's such a great feeling. And they connect with you.
So when you have the machine, you've got the way to capture leads. You've got the way to communicate with leads. The third pillar is the easiest one to understand is you need more traffic.
Yeah.
If you want to double your business, theoretically, you just need to double the amount of leads coming in. The only way to do
And
that
how do we
is to
do that?
double the amount of traffic coming in. So we could tell lots of stories.
You told me some today.
We'll tell the story about going out to brunch this weekend.
Oh yeah. Wonderful, wonderful local place.
Awesome food, awesome place, awesome atmosphere, 0 people in there. We got to chatting with him and we'd never been there before. It's in a not great location just because it's hard to get to and it's away from a lot of people, but it was fantastic. It was
Oh
so
yeah.
good. We're going back. We told
And the
people all about it.
atmosphere is different. I mean, it's not, it's not like a bar. It's not like a regular type
It's
of bar in our area.
their positioning is elevated. They're classy, upscale,
But
not
fun.
not super
stuffy.
upscale, but they're not just a bar. They're very classy. Their website has no information. You couldn't even find a phone number
Oh,
or their ads or how do you get on their email list? It was very,
and their
very
pictures didn't
weak.
do them justice at all. Oh,
No, based off the website, I wouldn't go. I
right.
mean, no offense to whoever built it. Maybe they were a PR person or a marketing advertising major, but it was weak. And anything that you do, you need to understand that, that image
Impression.
of you, that first impression is going to need to be what you want it to be. If that's what they want, that's what they've got. There's nobody there. The other issue we found out was, we basically said, how you getting, how's business? Why is there nobody here?
Because it's awesome. Why is nobody here? It was crazy.
They said, well, we have some good days. We just had this fantastic wine tasting and there were 10 people there.
Ah,
The place holds 80. I mean, that's because of advertising,
it should have been
marketing.
sold out.
So when we asked, and this isn't a knock on this place because I could name 100 places right now that are within 10 miles of us that do the same thing. They don't have an email list. They're not attracting leads. They're not communicating with their list, their customers, their prospects. They're not getting reviews and they're not doing anything to get in front of those people. It doesn't have to be ads. If you're
It can
going
be
to get attention, Angie, how do you get it? There are 2 ways.
Either by posting everyday time, using your time, or you pay money to run an ad. It's either time or money, one or the
Time
other.
or money. So that's
And
our
if you
pillar
use
3.
both, gosh, if you use both, that's just icing on the cake.
We complain about it a lot. We do it, but we also run in times where we don't have time to do it, but that's where the automation comes in. We
Mhm.
have leads. When you become a lead, there's nothing more important for a business owner than growing your list. Every
Build a
day
list.
you need to be building your list, adding leads. I don't care if it's automated. I don't care if it's from your social media posts. I don't care if it's advertising. I don't care if somebody called in and asked a question. Hey, what are your hours today? Well, they're this and this. Hey, we do have an email list. You care if we put you on it? What's your email address?
Oh,
Angie, how would that have happened at this place we went Sunday?
gosh. Oh, and this manager is super nice. He is fantastic there. And so if he ever watches this, I mean, definitely kudos to him on that because he knows the place and I mean, you could tell he loved it and he loved working there. But when I asked how to get on the email list, number one, it was very hard to find on the website on the phone, which he should have had something, standing right there. He should have pulled out his phone and been able to put me into it
But
quickly.
don't forget, on the website, it was only for wine.
That's true. So it was, eh, people could like get confused if they saw that.
It
So
didn't make
what
any
he
sense.
did is he came back with a plain piece of white paper and a pen, and he had me put my name and my email address on there. And I'm like, really? Obviously I did it and I haven't gotten anything
I was
yet.
going to
So we'll
say, 2 days
see.
later, have you gotten emailed by them?
I don't think
You did not enter it
so.
in.
So
So, we say we're not knocking on him, but I'm knocking the fuck out of him. He was a
yeah.
marketing major. He's not doing any marketing. I don't understand why especially restaurants, Jesus, people make a list, communicate with the list, show your specials once or twice a week. The attraction, the traffic part. Let's go to another restaurant we know, Angie.
Well, actually, though, for him, and just to give an idea, if he does see this, they had what we counted on their menu. They had like 32 specialty drinks, specialty cocktails that all of them sounded fantastic. Had I seen a picture of them or a little video of it being made, oh my gosh, that would have sold it. And they could have done one of those every week. They could have posted that on Tuesday. And then, if they had a list, they could have sent it on Tuesday and then sent reminders then for the weekend. Hey, weekend's coming up. Come try our drink, something like that. Or there's just so much that they could do and pair it with, their food was phenomenal. So they could pair it with food. So then, you're pretty much guaranteeing you an over $100 ticket just by doing that. Oh,
I
okay.
think it's
Go to
the
the next
issue
one.
of, we weren't talking to the owner. So, obviously you work there, but, small businesses, nobody cares as much as the owner does.
True.
But the owner is not setting, the standard of stuff that needs to happen. And that comes from, the guy is a bartender and owns a restaurant, not a marketing expert.
Which that's not what he's supposed to be.
His issue is not understanding that and hiring marketing experts.
Right.
Doesn't have to be us, anybody, but what they're doing is just not enough. So if you want to get more business, you've got to get more attention. That'll get you more leads. The only way to do that is spend time creating content. We're creating content right now. This doesn't technically cost us any money, but it's taking time. We're trying to explain, that we know what we're talking about. If somebody out there needs what we are offering, they're going to understand we know what we're talking about.
But
that's the same thing you need to do. Whatever it is you do, just prove that you know what you're talking about. You're not a dick, and people will reach out to you.
And the thing is you can I know what people think and what people say. They're like, I don't have time to post every day. Well, if you have there's all kinds of marketing systems out there, and like ours that we call Justine. So I'll refer to it as Justine. You can schedule posts to go out. We personally do that for a couple of our clients. It's not something that we generally, it's not something that we advertise to do. We want to teach people how to do this on their own, but you can set posts up to schedule. And, like you could sit down on one rainy day in the month, in the beginning of the month, and you could schedule out posts to go out every day. Um, through a lot of these dashboards that are out there, ours, and I know you can do that on so many other ones. And it's something that happens every single day. So then you don't have to do it. And, it's automated. And then like with ours, you can schedule them for it to happen again the next month. So
And inside the
very
machine, you can make it
smart.
automated that when somebody signs up to your list, they automatically get, it's called an autoresponder. So that makes it so you don't have to you get a little bit of freedom. So, if you've got the lead generation, you've got the interaction and communication, then you can worry about the acceleration, which is the third pillar. And then you get to go on vacation. So all the shuns.
So when it comes to the paid advertising, Pat, and let's just talk about Facebook. When it comes to paid advertising, what for a local business in their area, what's the best thing that they should do?
I've actually got a question from somebody. I'll put it up here after this is done. But the answer is always it depends. But like I said, if you aren't busy enough, which we work with a lot of contractors. I know right now it's the end of February. They're still not doing much, but it's right around the corner. They're whining because they're not busy enough. But every time you talk to them, they're too busy. So those are the exact people that need a marketing machine. So a lot of this happens once it's built, it happens automatically. So all they need to do is communicate. Bless you. So as with an ad, I'm going to reiterate, we've got three pillars, lead generation, communication. I forget what we call them now.
Interaction
and acceleration.
And acceleration.
Attraction, whatever. We're going to put that in our blueprint. If you want us to send that to you, just comment below and we'll get it to you. So we're rebuilding it. If you got any questions, ask us now. We'll answer whatever you got. But we see a lot of people that try to run ads without a machine in place. You have to have, if your website can't gather emails, you're wasting your money. Yep. You can't, if you're not tracking your phone calls, you're wasting your money. Once you have a website that can capture leads, you should have some kind of automation and way that you can interact and communicate, nurture, warm them up, all those leads. Then your only thing left is to get more leads. If you want to do that with ads, it doesn't take that much money. $5 or $10 a day is all it takes.
So much better now than it used to be.
There's so many advanced strategies that I use for ourselves. You don't need to worry about it. Boosting it is enough. If you do it the right way, we've got a mini course in our free community that shows you exactly how to do it. It's not hard.
We'll put a link. We'll put a link to that afterwards.
$5 in Atlanta is probably not enough, but $5 in where we're at is enough. It just gets you more traffic. You have to get more attention. If you're not doing anything to get attention,
and
don't
that's
be
$5
surprised
a day,
when you don't get any freaking attention. Yeah, $5 a day.
Yeah, not $5 a month, or not just $100 a month. I mean, you know what? This is your business. Take it seriously. And people need to take online advertising, which is the most, widely seen, I would say, advertising that's out there. Take it seriously. A lot of you go and you think you need a billboard and you go and you do a billboard. And I know how much those cost. Those are no less than $700 a month. If you would put $700 into an ad campaign online,
if you have a machine to send the traffic to.
Right. It would
That's
be
the issue.
Amazing.
One of the most common things we hear from people is, oh, I tried Facebook ads and they didn't work. You know why they didn't work? It's because you don't have any idea what you're doing with the people that clicked on you. People are interested in what you do. They're looking for what you do. Do you understand? Like, Google ads are a whole nother thing. They're freaking awesome, especially for local businesses. But if somebody is searching for, say you're a landscaper, if somebody Googles landscaping, Facebook knows, because of the way they buy data, that you're interested in landscaping, even if you searched on Google. They know that data. So if you're running an ad on Facebook that is targeting people interested in landscaping, and the targeting doesn't even really matter anymore because Facebook knows what your website's about. They know what your ad's about.
If you
If it's
don't
about
think people aren't
landscaping,
tracking you,
yeah, they know. You don't even have to worry about tracking or, detailed interest. It's just they're gonna show people that are interested in what you do, and that's the way you get it. And it's, they see you over and over again. You have to get more attention to get more traffic, to get more leads, to get more sales.
yeah.
It just and we have too many people skipping steps.
Oh yeah, most of the
they
people that I see, not even our clients, but most of the people I see that run ads or are boosting something on Facebook, I follow it all the time, and that's usually what I try to do is I try to help businesses out there when I see that they're from Texas and they're running an ad in our area for painting.
yeah.
It's not going to do them any good, and they're wasting their money. And I'm telling you, we're here to tell you, Facebook is not going to tell you that you are advertising in the wrong place. They're going to keep taking your money until eh, until somebody like me notices that and has the common courtesy to tell you, hey, I'm in Ohio and I'm seeing your ad. You may want to go in and adjust the radius or whatever it is that you adjust in there. And we have video on that too. We have a video in our course about that. So
I had a question in our community. I just posted it in for me. This was from last night because I posted, we have a free community where we talk about this stuff. We're available for consulting all the time. If you want in it, just let me know and we'll get you in it. It's free. So this person asked, I provide services nationwide. Don't know what kind of services because, you'd think you would want me to know, but no. I'm about to start running Facebook ads. I was told it's better to run local Facebook ads versus a national ad. What's your opinion? Thanks in advance. Good question. Terrible way to ask it. How do I know what you're doing?
yeah,
I'm going to guess that if you're running something nationwide for a service, it's not, Jesus, I don't even know what it would be.
I can't even. It sounds like more something that someone he provides services nationwide. So it must be either insurance or maybe consulting or something like that.
Taxes maybe, or law, probably not even law, but we'll go with bookkeeping, because that can be done nationwide. Whatever it is, the answer is going to be, it depends. What's your budget? There's a big
That's the big
difference.
thing.
If it is any, number one, ask a better question because I don't know what I'm talking about here. But if it's something like what we talked about, if it's taxes, yes, you could probably do that for anybody anywhere. You're trying to sell to everybody. If you try to sell to everybody, you're going to sell to nobody. You got to niche down to start. If you already have national services and you're selling them everywhere, this probably isn't the answer you're looking for. It's probably just go national and get a big budget and get people to it. Are you able to
That's
collect
the thing. If you have
leads?
a big budget.
Is your website able to capture
Yeah.
leads? Does it automatically communicate with them? Do you communicate, reach out if they do become a lead? What are you doing with all that stuff? You're trying to, I don't know who this is. I didn't recognize the name. I don't know what business they do, but if you don't have all that, you're wasting your money advertising it because the chances of you getting somebody to buy a nationwide service just from one
Yeah.
click is zero. You better be providing them value. When they get to your website, you better be collecting their information so you can provide them more value. You better
Mhm.
be reaching out and communicate with them, maybe even calling them to say, hey, this is what you do. What are you looking for? How can I help you? If you're providing a service, that's the way it works. Products are different, but based on what little information you gave, it's going to be get people to know you. And that starts by local. I would
Mhm.
go local, letting everybody, I wish I wish I knew who this was, because I would dig into your social media. Are you even telling people on your social media what you do?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And this goes back to one of our other clients that has a practice with 3 different doctors, and none of them are posting anything about their business online. Nobody knows.
So that's the best I can do with what little information I had. Send them, get people locally to know you. And it all starts out by posting local ads, letting them know that you're the one. And it doesn't have to be just your town, it can be within 50 miles. That's a lot of people usually. This is what we do. If you don't like that, then go where you want customers and do 50 miles around that, and, speak to those people. Hey, Atlanta, if you want more clients from Atlanta, then advertise 50 miles around Atlanta. That'll encompass the whole thing, and talk to, hey, Atlanta, this is me. I'm your Atlanta, whatever you do. You don't have to, don't defraud anybody saying that you're in Atlanta, but you just say, I service Atlanta. I want to be the go-to person if you need this service in Atlanta. Then you can work up the national stuff, but budget trumps all on that stuff.
Obviously, national campaigns are going to cost a lot more than your local campaigns.
And it's harder to get leads. I mean, it's for Facebook ads, especially, they want data, which means they want you to spend a lot of money to get a lot of clicks so they can figure out what kind of person wants to do it. There's all kinds of fancy things you can do with conversion ads. You can run lead ads. You can do all that stuff. In the end, if you don't have the machine ready to go, you're probably wasting a lot of money. And that's almost everybody I see advertising. If you think about the ads you click on, they're usually for a product or something that you've been looking for because you're
Right.
interested in them. You're not just randomly clicking on something that, even though you may need it, you may not want it at that moment, which is most people. Most people aren't ready to buy what you have right now. That's why you have to, grab their information and warm them up and nurture them. But if you aren't ready for that, which most people aren't, all the products you buy, think about every freaking e-commerce site you land on. Within 2 seconds, they blast that thing of, hey, you want a discount? And you say, I say to my head, I don't even freaking know what you're about yet. I'm not going to give you my email address if I don't even know if I'm interested yet. But they're doing that because they capture information, and then they're going to email you. They're going to give you a discount. They're going to provide value. Hey, if you buy now, you get free shipping. That's what you have to do with a service. A service is not as easy to do that because most people's call to action is call me.
Well, and a lot of people, and I guess this is something that if any of our current clients that we have are watching this or listening to this, don't get discouraged. So many of them get discouraged because they think everybody should buy from them right now. As soon as they hop on your website, they should buy right now. Or when they call you, it's I'm going to buy from you right now. It doesn't work that way. You have to warm them up. You have to let them get to know you. Answer your phone, answer your form fills, answer your chat widgets. Just talk to people.
Especially, home services. People are looking and they're shopping. They're trying to figure out if you even offer what they have.
And get over it if you
Emergency
if you get
services are
mad.
different. If somebody's roof blew off last night, they're going to need a roofer right now, and it's different, but that's rare. We get a lot of contractors that are try to boost something, or they get a couple of leads and they say, well, they didn't work out. All they wanted was an estimate. That's step one.
Or they were tire kickers.
Or they're tire kickers. Well, that's what they're tire kickers, because they just wanted an estimate. Well, that's your job, is to give them an estimate, provide them value, prove that you can do what you say that they want, and keep communicating with them until they're ready to buy.
Yep.
You know, we have 1,000 different contractors, not 1,000, but you know, pick one. You
I
know,
would like that.
concrete guys, excavating guys. You know, people aren't
Landscapers.
saying, "Hey, I'm looking for excavating. How do I pay you?" You know, that's just not the way it works. They want to know, where are you? What do you do? You know, if they know you, it makes it way easier. If they've seen you standing there holding out your phone saying, "Hey, I'm the excavator here. This is the excavating that we're doing today. This is the project we're working on. And then here's what it looks like when we're done." Make those little short videos. When people find you, they're going to say, "Oh yeah, I've seen this guy," you know,
Yep.
because they've been looking at excavating for a while. Concrete, asphalt, doesn't matter. You know, if they've seen you, kind of like right now you're seeing us, you know, we do what we tell you to do. We are trying right now to show you that we know a little bit about marketing. If one day you need marketing and you're going to see our ads, which you probably will, say, "Oh yeah, they know
I
what
know them.
marketing. That guy's a douchebag, but she's pretty cool. So maybe we'll reach out." And when you reach out, it makes it a lot easier sale. If it worked the other way, we wouldn't need to work anymore, because we'd say, "Hey, we can get you, you know, a bunch of concrete jobs without you having to do anything." And it just doesn't work that way. You actually have to get to work and sell people.
Yeah, I think that's good.
So no questions. If you want a question, ask. You hit me in the comments. We'll answer later if you find it. This is our Tuesday open office. We do questions and answers. Today was kind of a broad, you know, we're restructuring our blueprint. If you want the blueprint, comment blueprint down below. I'll send it to you. It's almost ready. If you don't stay where you're at. So hopefully we can help you. If you need anything, let us know. Anything
Yep.
else, Miss Angie?
No, I'm sure you're probably going to see us with our free traffic and our the advertising that we're doing. So watch. You know, if you want to see how it's done, we're going to be doing it. We do what we preach. So
Yep. We have a
we do and
community
we use what we
that we
preach.
have. What do we have? 6 or 8 courses in there already. You and me are in there answering questions, providing more value, teaching you how to do this. We basically teach you how to build your own marketing machine without our tool. We have a tool that you can pay for that, you know, we set it up, build it all for you, but you don't have to have that. We teach you how to do it without that. So if you want to learn more about how to market your business, you need to get in our community. The only way you can do that is reach out. Let
Yep.
me know and I'll get you in there. No
I think that's
obligation.
good.
And you can tell us what else you want to know. So hit us up and let us know what your Q&As or your Q's are so we can give you A's. P&A out.
See ya.